If you had told me that I was going to be saying this a few years ago, I would have called you crazy. But here it is. Deandre Hopkins, welcome to the Tennessee Titans. What's good, y'all? My name is Micah McCamey, and I am the host of the Titans Rundown. And today in this episode, we're obviously going to be going over Deandre Hopkins signing with the Tennessee Titans. We're going to be defending Tim Kelly, our offensive coordinator, because he gets a lot of crap for some reason. We are going to be breaking down the Titans versus the Los Angeles Chargers game in week 2. And we're going to break down the wide receiver room now that D-Hop's a part of it. Now, before we start this episode, I need to talk about something. Yes, last Wednesday's episode was recorded way before Deandre Hopkins had signed with the Tennessee Titans. So my apologies for that, but holy crap, we just got him. Okay, but anyway, so let's go into the first segment of the episode. You know, the 2 to 3 minute area where I talk about something that's not related to the Tennessee Titans, and it's just like around the NFL or in college football or in my personal life. But yeah. Anyway, so you know, I didn't really have anything for this section because this was just an emergency recording because D Hop signed with us. So what I'm what I'm just gonna talk about is how much I love the Vols. So y'all may not. So I know that some viewers here may know this about me if they know me personally, but I may love the Vols. I love the Vols. Maybe not as much as I do the Titans compared to other people, at least, but I absolutely love the Tennessee Vols. Okay, and also, I'm gonna say this right now. I think Joe Milton will be a Heisman candidate by the end of the year, maybe, but I'm really excited to watch the Vols, and also now I'll be able to watch 2 Tennessee football teams and not have one of them make me question why am I a Tennessee football fan. At least hopefully. We got to see how the Titans do. But, you know, the Vols, I don't care what you say. Okay, everyone likes to mess around with us about this, but we're back, baby. We're back. For the first time in a long time, I can finally say that. But yeah, so me personally, the Vols are a lot better than what people expect them to be this year. People expect them to be 9-3. I understand that, but I could very well see us going 10-2. People have us losing to Kentucky this year. That makes no sense to me. Okay, we have a very good returning safety. We have been building up our defense through the transfer portal, and our receiver core is going to be as good as ever because Squirrel White is going to pick off where Jalen Hyatt left off. And, Brew McCoy, big body receiver, that's going to be really good. Dante Thornton has been looking amazing. So, I don't understand what's going on with people thinking that the Vols aren't going to be good. But anyway, if you watched that whole 2 to 3 minute section, I thank you and I appreciate you. But if you didn't, then we are now getting started with the Titans rundown has officially begun. So let's go over the first segment of the video. Yeah, this is pretty predictable, not going to lie. But obviously, we're going to talk about DeAndre Hopkins first. Holy crap, this came out of nowhere. I know that, Vegas had made us, a negative 300 favorite, but holy crap, y'all. I was not expecting this. I was expecting to, have to wait for, another week or two. I felt like it was coming soon, but not this soon. I was in the middle of a car ride whenever this happened. So, I was outside the house. I was, waiting to find the news. I was obsessing over my phone. I'm usually obsessed with my phone, but whenever I heard that D-Hop was whenever I heard that the Titans were the betting favorite to get D-Hop, I was looking at my phone at all times to try and find a notification. Okay, because this is just so amazing for me because holy crap, I have been watching D-Hop since I was little. Like, I absolutely love DeAndre Hopkins. I watched him before I was even a Titans fan. Like, y'all don't understand how much I love this man. Pause. But anyway, I but like going back from the non-homer side of me that says that D Hop's about to have one of the best receiving seasons of all time. That's not going to happen. But my prediction is that he has 11, maybe 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Okay. Now I did have Treylon Burks at 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns, but yeah, no, that's not going to happen with D Hop in town. It's just not. I'm sorry, but like, oh man, like I still think that he's going to break out this year. I think he's going to have like a 900 receiving yard season, 6 touchdowns probably, and that will help him develop into being able to rise up to the potential of a receiver one. And maybe Kyle Phillips will also end up becoming a little better over the offseason. Who knows? We still need to draft a receiver next year, though. I don't care that D Hop's on this team now. Okay, it's still like we still need depth at the receiver room. Like, who's our wide receiver 3? I think it's Kyle Phillips. Well, I hope it's Kyle Phillips. But right now it's Nick Westbrook-Akine, one of the most mind-numbingly mediocre receivers I have ever watched play for the Tennessee Titans. And I don't mean that lightly. Just take that as it is. Anyway, but again, I'm sorry that I wasn't patient enough to watch out for D-Hop, signing with the Titans. This was a nightmare scenario for me that my video would go out and that D-Hop would sign with the Titans. And now I'm probably going to get – and now, my comment section is just going to be like, you realize that D-Hop just signed with the Titans, right? Yes, I did, okay? I even posted a short about it and everything. But, like, man, like, it is such an amazing feeling to have a receiver that you are nostalgic for come to you. It's so, like, I love it. I'm sorry if this sounds weird to anyone who's listening or anything, or if it even looks weird, but like, it's just, man, I love it. I love it so much. I'm so excited to see D-Hop in that two-tone blue, baby. And now I can say that with confidence, unlike last week, whenever I wasn't too sure if he was going to sign with us or not. But now I can say that with confidence because he has signed with us. That two-tone blue is going to look amazing on him, and I am very excited to see how we do this year. Okay? But anyway, I could create a whole video based on DeAndre Hopkins, but I already posted a short, so like most of my thoughts came out on that one. But anyway, also my record prediction has changed to 11-6, and my off-season grade has gone from a B+ to an A-. All right, especially my free agency thing. I would give you a card for that one, but that's my worst performing video of all time. So, or at least my worst performing videos so far. I've only been at it for like a few weeks, but anyway, moving on, we have defending Tim Kelly. My apologies if, I am a little less, excited and vibrant about this one. It's just I had to go on that big old rant, for DeAndre Hopkins because that felt real good. But anyway, so Tim Kelly, all right, a lot of y'all seem to be pretty upset that we hired Tim Kelly. Again, this is mostly just because of the fact that he is an in-house hire, but I see this as a positive thing, not in-house hire. I'm not too sure if we should have hired in-house. But anyway, I see Tim Kelly as a positive because Tim Kelly was the offensive coordinator for the Texans. Now, I know what you're saying, Micah. The Texans have been awful the past few years. Yes, they have. They've been absolutely horrible, and they have been hard to watch at times. But do you remember the last time that the Texans had hope? if you need a refresher, I'll help you out. The last time that the Texans had hope was when Davis Mills looked absolutely amazing and looked like he was going to be a franchise quarterback. That's the last time that they had hope. And then Davis Mills ended up being awful and is definitely not going to start over CJ Stroud. But anyway, but you want to know what happened? But you want to know who the offensive coordinator was for them that year? Well, you've probably guessed by now. It was Tim Kelly. So, like, if he can make like I said last week, if he can make Davis Mills look good, imagine what he could do with Tannehill, who, I get it, he sucks. He's not good. But he is 10 times better than good old Davis Mills. But, and now he has a receiver room to work with. So his offense can look 10 times better now with D-Hop and Treylon manning the front areas. And he could probably create weird and wild plays to get Kyle Phillips open or Nick Westbrook-Akine. But anyway, so, yeah, Tim Kelly, I think he's going to be a good offensive coordinator. If anything, I think he may end up getting hired away in 3 years from now. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that. They're going to disagree with me on that big time. But anyway, moving on. We have got one of the two breakdowns this week. Again, it's going to be two breakdowns for the next few weeks until training camp starts and the season actually gets on. But the season will be where the 15-minute episodes come in, not the 20-minute episodes. Anyway, but the breakdown is the Tennessee Titans versus the LA Chargers in week 2. So, I had us losing this game at first, but then Deandre Hopkins signed with us. And now I think we have I think that we have the firepower on offense. This is controversial. I think we have the firepower on offense to keep up with the Chargers. Not because our offense is better than the Chargers. We have a worse quarterback. We have a worse offensive line. We have a worse receiver core, as much as I hate to admit that still. Because, even though we have D-Hop and Treylon, receiver 3 is not that great, and they have 3 very good receivers. And obviously they have a way better quarterback. But their running game is not as good, which is wild to say because both running games are good. But anyway, our defense is just too good to not stop this offense, to me at least. Because, here's the thing that I've realized about Justin Herbert. I had him as, a top 5 QB for a while, but now I've realized that he's not really going to be a consistently great guy. He's going to be a consistently good guy. He's not going to be, this amazing quarterback that's going to carry you to everything that you would ever want, at least in my opinion. But he's still going to be a very good quarterback that if you put the pieces around him, he can win a Super Bowl. Again, still way better than Tannehill. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But to me, I think that the Titans defense can hold this down and we can win this game. My final score is going to be 31-27. Okay? So, to me, I really do believe that Tannehill can look okay with good weapons, and he has good weapons this year. Treylon is almost guaranteed to break out, especially because his rookie year was so bad that if he didn't at least have more receiving yards than that, then he could be chalked up as a bust already. Anyway, but you have D-Hop, obviously, who, I don't think he's done yet. With these other receivers, Robert Woods tore his ACL, Julio Jones just, was old. But D-Hop is coming off of a season where he was mostly healthy, and he was on pace for a 1,400-yard season with 6 touchdowns. So that's just how I feel. But anyway, and then obviously we got Chigakonkwo, who is primed to make a breakout this year. He's a bigger breakout candidate than Treylon Burks, or a more obvious breakout candidate to me at least, because he is because he has some amazing tight end talent. He is a yak specialist, and now we have an offensive mind who knows what he's doing and is not going to let Austin Hooper steal all of his reps. But anyway, so the Titans, I believe, win this one, and they win this one in a fashion to where we can prove that we are the real deal. Okay. Whew. Yeah. So now, for the last segment of the day, it's the second half of the breakdown. We have got a wide receiver room breakdown. Okay, now we're going to go through this 1 through 4, actually 6. But anyway, let's get on with it. So receiver 1, D-Hop, that's obvious. Only just because he's a veteran and he does very well with bad quarterback play. That's just the truth. So, he can be very good, and I think that he will be better than Treylon this year. But obvious receiver 1 because he's got the experience, he's got the explosiveness still. I know that a lot of people don't think that, but I still think that he is good. But anyway, then we've also got Treylon Burks, and if you remember correctly, in one of my recent videos, if I can figure this out, you probably would be able to click the card up here. But in that episode, I pointed out the fact that I feel like that I hate the fact. Well, I alluded to that I hated the fact that people were actually low on Treylon Burks and thought he was going to be bad. I completely disagree with that. Because you want to know what we got last year? We got an out-of-shape Treylon Burks, and he still looked like he had the potential to be very good. And he was on his way to having like an 800, 900-yard receiving season with all of those, even though he had all those injuries. But anyway, I needed to defend Treylon Burks because I am not the greatest in like an argument with someone else. If I get into an argument with them, I usually don't come prepared, and I just like to say stuff just to say stuff. I argue just to argue. Anyway, but receiver 3, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, don't think he should be there. All right, he is such a mediocre mid wide receiver who's a wide receiver 4 anywhere else in the NFL. Anywhere else. Okay, that's just the truth. But this guy is a veteran. Okay, I'll give him that. He's a veteran. He knows the playbook, so he could be useful in that sense. But to me, I don't know why we keep him at receiver 3. Receiver 4, Kyle Phillips. I think he should be the receiver 3 because I think that he has the potential to be a very good slot receiver. And if anyone has been keeping up with my channel recently, I think that he has the potential to be a very solid flex player for your fantasy football leagues. Anyway, but receiver 5 is a battle right now, actually. So it's between Racey McMath and Colton Dowell. Colton Dowell has risen to the occasion, apparently, from what I've heard in practice. He got 2 touchdowns in one of the scrimmages, while Racey McMath was dropping catches all over the place. But I think that Racey McMath just, again, he doesn't even have a name. It's just words, just mashed together, But anyway, so I think Colton Dowell wins that one, especially because he brings an amazing presence on special teams. At least that's what he was advertised to do on tape and whatnot, whenever he was at UT Martin and stuff. But anyway, that was the conclusion of the episode. I know this feels a little urgent. It was, because I had to say something about the D-Hop signing. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. You can watch my most popular video. I'm not sure if it's a video that the algorithm thinks that you would like, either right here or right here. I can't remember which side it's on. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I love you all, and tighten up.